He expresses that the issue in a lot of churches is political division. He does not explain clearly why that political division exactly happens, but let me just lay it out for you. The political division is not arbitrary. People do not just arbitrarily vote Democrat or Republican to the left or to the right and start fights over it. These things are so heated right now because of people's values. Because the values of the left and the values of the right are becoming increasingly divided and increasingly heated as absolutely insane things are happening in our country. Whenever somebody pops up and they want to say, yeah, we should mutilate the bodies of little kids who think they can become the opposite sex. Absolutely. The other side is going to say, that's insane, immoral, absolutely not, and we're going to fight to the death to stop you. Now, if a pastor comes into the equation and says anything remotely close to, let's just have a discussion about it, they're an unfaithful pastor. They should set foot nowhere near a pulpit. In fact, he pointed to political division in the church, and the church that he hails from is politically divided. I've even heard from church members who have said that that the church is very politically diverse, to put it nicely. And the interesting thing about that is that, to me, that should not exist, because politics at their core are based on our values. If someone is pro-murder, they're going to have certain values. If someone is anti-murder, they're going to have certain values, and those values just aren't going to mesh. No amount of conversation is going to allow us to come to some middle ground. One of them is clearly right, and one of them is clearly wrong. If a church is politically divided, especially, let's just, consider the main big cultural controversial issues. If a church is divided over things like same-sex marriage, transgenderism, abortion, which are the reasons that people vote left, right? If a church is politically divided over these things, it's a bad church. Get out. Because these things are based on values, if a church is very politically diverse, then it means the pastors, the leadership, the church itself is doing an absolutely terrible job at preaching. It means they are doing, even if you think that they are following Scripture well, it means that they are doing an absolutely terrible, awful job at applying the Scripture.